Minecraft Earth, the one and only game I totally forgot to play for a full year. Until it hit me. Damn. Why not play the game again? This game is amazing and it's pretty original. It's not a totally made up game and it's totally original. Never steal by any other game before, right? Then that cheap chop game called Pokemon Go. Ugh, disgusting. So today I had the wonderful idea to play the game again. Take on the adventure I took last year. But a lot has changed in the year. Since I stopped playing well, I recorded the video, so much has changed in the game. In the last video I complained about the slow leveling and how the small plots were so bullshit. And compared to the trailer, you see it's completely different on what you see in the gameplay. It looked huge. There was also the block limits exceeding for each slots, which was stupid. 106 unless of 64 max. That just breaks the Minecraft rules. That's not allowed. And of course, the crafting was the biggest bullshit in the game. And it's still here, I bet. And it's 4 hours for one diamond sword. Never seen this bullshit before. Now, since I've got no life, and 2020 was such a normal year, I'm ready to embargo on the same adventure and retake the same trip I had from last year, which if you forgot, was a nightmare. A big nightmare. In this video, I'm gonna do the same thing I did from last year, and retake the same route. Yeah, that's right. I've got this, I think. But anyways, in this video, is going to be full of what the fuck are you doing? To seek therapy, man. Bro, this game is dead. It's true, it's really fucking dead. Well, you may be right, but guess what? You can suck my dick.
And now, we're gonna go back to the game, re-download it, and see what we've done. So let's get ready for some big bullshit. I hope there's some new updates, things they fixed from last year's problems, and yeah, let's hope for the best. Let's go on to part 2.
So I had to play it again. For like an hour, I played it in a small room. But before that, I had to download extra comp, just like usual, because I haven't played for a whole year. And it was really long. I had to wait a very long time. After that, it was pretty much simple. I had to re-log into my Xbox, and that was pretty much it. But what I did notice was pretty interesting is that the loading screen from last year and this year has gradually changed. Already inferring that I'm going to have new features in the game, new game modes probably, and new items that are not in the game. Probably some things I complained about that probably removed, like the crafting recipes that take fucking forever. But you know, let's not hope for all of these, because it's probably not gonna happen. So once the game was ready, I was shocked by all the new things there was. What I was mainly happy of is that my progress was saved, and that was cool. I did a bit of getting reused to the game, 2019 style, and since so much has changed, the first thing I was noticed is that the new leveling system got better. So that's good. You have better rewards, and you can go up to level 25. Which I think is the max level you can go to. But what was most interesting was the adventure, what I wanted to do in this video, and mainly focus to it. Because the main thing you have to do in these adventures, which I had no knowledge of, is probably something like I did last year, where you had to travel and then click on something, and it would give you to a little map. But this time, it's probably going to be something way more interesting than that. And I think I'm going to have much fun outside, in open areas, to do these adventures. To access the adventures, you need a crystal, and lucky for me, I had one. I'm probably going to start the small adventures, which is probably the uncommon one, but that's pretty much alright. I also checked the old build I did in 2019, it was still there, and that's pretty interesting. You could also access to more plots by getting crystals, but I'm not going to do that because they're pretty much expensive to get some. There was also a journal where you could see all the blocks you collected, which is kind of cool and original. There was also types of competition where you can win prizes, and I was not sure if I was going to go on this going to do these, so I didn't have much experience in the game, and I'm probably not going to do this in the video. You had some challenges as well, which is pretty cool, and I think that's one of the cool parts I really found interesting, because one, it gives you more experience, and that probably makes you level up faster. I'll probably also focus on this on as an objective to get more challenges done, and that'll pretty much be interesting to level up to level 4 and 5, and that's pretty much an objective I'll put in another video. Other than that, the game has changed a lot, and I think I may do more than last year's video, which is pretty cool. So now I was ready to start the adventure, so let's go outside and play some Minecraft Earth. Alright, before heading onto the outside, we need to pack, so this is what I had decided to take. First off, I took a GoPro for filming, like usual, water in case we need to drink, Shrek to film the adventure because you always need a cameraman, and a calculator because you don't know where you need it. And now, we were ready to go out. So now the first thing we need to go is to the park, where there's big areas where we can play the game, no problem intended. So let's go to the park, shall we? Alright, once at the park, the first objective was to do an adventure, and since I had enough crystals, I was ready, so let's go. On the other side, I did not prepare. I had the same sword from last year that was pretty much damaged and probably not gonna sustain all the adventure. Alright, the first thing we need to do is place the adventure in a good area so we can play the game. First thing I realized, it's just like last year's adventure, but once you go underground, you see a huge room, and here's where the big problem was. There were some zombies in cages, and I needed to free them so I could kill them and complete the adventure, but I had no stone pickaxe, so I couldn't break those cages, so I had no idea how I was going to free them or how to kill them. I had no other way of breaking them free. And plus, looking at me from the other perspective for the camera, you look at me and you see a big fucking idiot. I look like a huge dumbass. But after trying to break the bars, I had to quit. But apparently the adventure was completed, and I actually won. I had a few prizes, but that wasn't very much it. I then decided to craft a stone pickaxe, so I can be prepared for the next adventure. I had to wait 5 minutes to craft, and it was really long. While I was waiting, I did this. The second adventure was going to be better this time. I had hope and a stone pickaxe. The first thing was to dig down, and then the room revealed itself. It was a huge cave with some spiders in it. I was ready for the action and killed all the spiders and got the victory. Then I collected the boxes, which just give you some prizes after killing all the hostile mobs. So that's pretty cool. And I did a bit of exploring, got some few items, blocks, iron ore, and that was pretty cool. After that, I actually quit the adventure, but this time I completed the adventure with full honors. Oh yeah, while I made it, I actually got to level 4. So how cool is that? On the third adventure, I was in some sort of ice world, which was really cool, where some skeletons and zombies were there, and I was able to get a bow and arrow, so that's cool. But while I was shooting at the skeletons, I realized I was wasting half of my arrows on some blocks, so I wasn't shooting at them, I was shooting at the block that actually blocked the aiming to the skeletons. But that didn't matter, because I killed all the mobs with no problem, and I got the victory. We got an adventure that was really cool and was really interesting, and you can see from last year you get different biomes with different themes, and that's pretty cool. On to the fourth adventure. It was really fun. This time it was a desert with creepers, and I was ready for the fight and ready not to be blown off by some creepers. Luckily, none of them exploded, and I got the prize pretty much easily, and I won. Now, I really like playing those adventures, but this time I was ready to fight a medium adventure, because these ones are actually pretty much interesting and much harder to do. So I was ready to do it somewhere else, because it was getting late, and I think I was going to do it the place where you all know. So let's go to this.
Alright, so now we're at the outpost where we're going to do the second hard adventure, the medium. And compared from last year, there was barbed wire here. If you don't remember, I got stuck on these things without even knowing how dangerous they were. But now they broke it. Well, someone did, and that's good. So now I can pass basically way easier without a problem. And here we are. The good old place.
Alright, now it was time to do the medium adventure. I was ready. I had the materials, the tools to defeat my enemies. So let's begin the ultimate battle.
Alright, I was ready for the adventure. I was ready for the action. I was ready to fight and see what was gonna happen to the medium adventure. First things first, dig down and the big room pops up and the adventure starts to the action. Alright, the first thing I did was collect some iron ore, but when I was doing that, the skeletons were shooting at me. They had better aim and they actually were dealing a lot of damage. And whilst I was trying to beat them, I died and I lost all my items. Alright, this time is the second attempt, and I was ready for the action. This time, I was not gonna die. I had the big guns, I had an iron sword and some TNT. That's right, baby, we're gonna blow up the entire adventure up to the sky. So once I went in, I was ready to see all the failures I've done, and the skeletons and spiders were still there. But I was doing the same mistake as last time. I underestimated the skeletons. They shot fast, they were dealing so much damage. But I had a solution, a strategy that was going to show itself to be useful. It was to hit and hide, hit the skeletons and then hide. This strategy didn't work that long, and while I was doing it, it killed me for good, and I lost an iron sword. It was a sad day for me.
And if you were wondering, yes, I did get my shoes dirty while walking there, and I look even like a fucking idiot when you see me from another perspective trying to play Minecraft Earth. So just watch the big fiasco. Now this time I was ready for the third battle. The third battle was the most rueful one, because this time I prepared with a weapon that they did not expect. A bow and arrow, that's right, I used those trickery weapons that they also used to kill me twice. And this time I was ready to fight. After some harsh fighting, shooting the arrows, I took one skeleton down. I had just one more arrow left. It didn't do the hit, but then I used my stone axe and I defeated the skeleton. And then I took out the spiders, and I won. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the little box that would get you the prize thingy, but that didn't matter. While I was trying to find it, my game crashed, but I was victorious. I won, and the victory was in my hand. After that, I decided to destroy my old build plate because I decided I wanted to do something else. Unfortunately, I didn't really also prepare for this because you need to craft the things to get your nice items. So I only used the items I had on my inventory right now, even though it was all the blocks I've collected ever since I started playing the game. But this time, I did something much bigger and much interesting. But while I was doing it, I realized I didn't have enough blocks to do what I originally wanted. And of course, it's also too small to build in. So in the end, I did something pretty much mediocre, worse than what I did from last time. And yeah, this is the result. It's kind of disgusting. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you were wondering, Shrek is filming. So, say hi, Shrek.
Alright, Shrek, it's been an hour and a half. We've been filming for so long. What'd you think? Better than last year? It's 2020, man. Nothing is better than last year in 2020. So you're gonna clean my shoes, man? Because they're kinda gross. Yeah, you're right. Same as last year. I'll clean my own shoes, man. You're really right. Update from the video. So we're not really far from level 5, which is something I'm not so sure if we can achieve. But what I also am happy is that we have actually done the medium adventure. By dying 3 or 2 times, That's alright, but we managed. I may have lost an iron sword that takes 21 minutes to fucking craft, but who gives a shit, right? We've won. We've done it. The house is worse than last year, but don't worry, there's always next year. So that's pretty much it, and going back to the park, we're gonna see all the things we collected in the journal, and yeah, we're gonna see the progress we've done. And to be honest, it's better than last year's progress because we've done much more stuff. We already see more updates from the game, more interesting stuff to do, new mobs, new adventures that are actually eventful, and you can see in the year the game has really well updated itself. So that's a good point. And that's pretty much it. So let's head to the park, shall we? Alright, we took a break from walking. Shrek and I was filming really well. Shrek, you've been doing really well today. You filmed very well. And yeah, so anything you want to say, Shrek? That game doesn't suck. It's amazing. We've been playing it for so long and it's so fun. You're just jealous because you can't even get good blocks. I know the house sucks, but that's alright. But anyways, I took a little break from walking because it's a really long walk. The next objective is to go back to the park, get my shoes a little bit clean because they're kind of dirty as hell. They're kind of looking a bit better from last time, but yeah. So we're gonna go to the park, analyze all the blocks we got. I've been playing a bit for about like 10 minutes of walking, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We've been doing a lot of stuff, so that's pretty much it. So now let's head on to the park and analyze what we got. I think we're gonna get more than last year, so let's go. Alright, after walking for another 20 minutes, I finally made it to the park. So we're going to analyze a bit of the few things we've got since then. So we have this chicken. I didn't understand what they did. Did it skins the chickens and animals? We do have some rare things, so you can do it to the thing where you got it, so that's pretty interesting. So this is the most recent stuff I had. So you can see most of them are rare, like the iron sword I lost in the battle of the adventure, lapis, some TNT, a lot of other things. Some are not that so often seen, some are, and it's pretty interesting compared from last year. I had pretty much jack shit. I had the only thing that was actually cool was the redstone and apparently the granite I had. But you can see there's many things I've seen that I've got throughout the game. We can also see with the rarity, so the most rarest item I've got in the game is lapis, which is apparently epic. Well, it does because it enchants for things, but I don't think in this game you can actually enchant stuff. You got some flint and steels, redstone railroads, iron sword, and many other things. We also have the category which is pretty much, I think, like categorized on stuff like weapons, locks, and redstone and all that. But pretty much interesting. You can see I had more things than last time, so it's not pretty much crap. So that's actually a good thing. And yeah, so basically this has been a great adventure, and we've done so much with Shrek, so much, and we've done good. We didn't reach to level 5, but that's not that much of a problem. So we've actually done good. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you all at HQ.
Minecraft Earth was indeed a new eventful game. In 1 year of now playing, I realized how many things I've missed, all the new features, all the new game modes they added ever since. You can see the developers took a long time on making this game, and they made it really fun. Even though the game is starting to get less players, the game sure is having a lot of things that they did right to make the Minecraft industry more interesting and all the new game modes they add. I hope in 1 year they might add new things, maybe fix the things I don't like the crafting recipe that takes fucking forever, but you know, don't wish too much. Anywho, thank you for all who watched the video all to the end. These take forever to make, and it's probably one of the longest videos I do on my channel. I'd like to thank everyone who watched the video, and please subscribe and leave a like if you feel like it, and I'll see you all next time. Roll the outro.